as Liberty mentioned, we're going to be talking primarily about our training in risk and crisis communication curriculum. And I want to go ahead and start off by saying that this was developed with a 2-year funding opportunity from the Department of Homeland Security's S&T division. And so when we were approached with this project, we can see here that we had a goal. And our goal was to develop a rigorous, scientifically informed training. And we sort of had 3 different steps on how we thought we could best accomplish that. The first was to summarize risk communication theories and best practices. The second was to determine gaps between existing training and practitioner needs. And the third was to develop content. And so in order to accomplish all of that, we had a 4-step process. The first was an extensive literature review, and that literature review was actually broken into 2 separate reports, which are now publicly available on START's website. We have one that's focused on best practices and one that's focused on theories. These are some of our most highly downloaded reports, and I would absolutely encourage you to go check those out as well. And so after our literature review, we actually did an expert panel with 26 experts in the field, and these were experts in the academic realm of risk and crisis communication, and then also in the practitioner realm as well. Following that expert panel, we distributed a national survey to risk and crisis communicators and practitioners, and then after that, we actually did an extensive analysis of existing trainings. There were 173 trainings that were analyzed, and all of that worked together to give us these findings. And these are perhaps some of our more daunting ones, and these are some of the things we're going to be focusing on today and that TRAC as a whole focuses on. I should also give the caveat as well that TRAC is now copyrighted and offered in FEMA's course catalog. So what you're seeing today is a very, very small snippet of what is actually a day-and-a-half training. As Liberty mentioned, we're certainly open to having conversations about that. We offer it in a variety of capacities, but I do just want to give that caveat because it may seem that this goes very quickly, and what you're seeing is just a small little snapshot of the training. So as you can see here, our findings were that there was a need for interactive trainings, training takeaways, and case studies. And case studies were very important in the development of TRAC. We're going to be sharing some of those with you later, as Liberty mentioned earlier. And 10.7% of START survey respondents have attended a training in audience analysis. This was concerning to us because if you don't know who you're talking to, how do you know that you're communicating effectively, right? And that's also a huge focus in TRAC. And then we also see that 20.2%, this is blocking my view, so I'm going to creep over here, Liberty. 20.2% of analyzed trainings targeted community-based audiences. This is also important because we focus on resilience in our program as well, so this is sort of a hindrance in establishing that community resilience after a crisis. 25.9% of analyzed trainings covered evaluating risk communication, and this was also a little bit concerning because if we're not evaluating those communication efforts, then how do we really know whether or not they've succeeded or not? We're going to be talking about that a little bit more in detail in a moment. And then lastly, 6.5% of analyzed trainings covered using social media to communicate with the public. I'm sure as you all are aware, social media just continues to grow in prominence and prevalence in regards to risk and crisis communication. So it's a little concerning that only 6.5% of those trainings that we analyzed covered social media. And today, actually, our focus will be very prevalent and very heavy on social media findings.